Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an overview and tutorial using the brand new Warm Edit palette from Viseart. They did send me over both palettes. There's the Warm Edit that I'm using today as well as the Rose Edit. Usually I like to do these in one video, like both looks, and then talk about both palettes in one video. However, I just don't have the time to do two different eye looks today, so I'm going to do two different videos. So keep an eye out for the Rose Edit. It will be later on this week. But for today, we're going to be talking about the Viseart Warm Edit palette. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get into the details, swatches, and everything, and then I will show you guys this eye look. And you guys know I'm going to give you guys my thoughts at the end. This is what the Warm Edit palette looks like. It's very similar to the Petite Pros. It has that easel type of packaging, so if you wanted to, you could use the mirror that's inside here, or you can set it up like an easel and use it. Personally, I like to just either have it in my hand or lay it flat on my table and use my larger mirror. But you are getting the mirror, and then you have 4 rows of shadows equaling 12 shades altogether. Now, this has new shades as well as shades that were in other palettes previously. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you guys the information, and then I'm going to show you guys the swatches and tell you which ones are new and which ones were in other palettes. You can get this on Beautylicious website, and it retails for $39. It reads, enjoy the bold payoff and seamless application of Viseart's signature eyeshadows wherever you go. The Edit palette is a travel-friendly version of Viseart's Warm Mattes eyeshadow palette, a staple in Hollywood's makeup artist kits designed for quick and easy eye looks. Choose from a curated edit of warm, summery shades and flip the convertible palette into an easel to achieve pro results on the go. So let me go ahead and show you guys the swatches. The first shade, Honoree, is a new shade. It's described as a creamy beige with a matte finish. Next we have Saffron from the Warm Mattes eyeshadow palette. It's a pollen yellow with a matte finish. Burnt Gold from the Siren Theory palette, antique gold with metallic finish. Earth from the Grand Pro 2 palette, a deep bronze with a shimmer finish. Apricot Nude from the Grand Pro 1 palette, peachy beige with a matte finish. Bronze Peach, this is a new shade. Medium Pink Gold with a metallic finish. Nude Caramel, also a new shade. It's a deep tan with a matte finish. Next we have Chocolate, that's from the Grand Pro Palette 1. Dark Brown with a matte finish. Moonstone, this is a new shade. It's a champagne gold with a shimmer finish. Circamen, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's from the Dark Matte eyeshadow palette. It's a burnt orange with a matte finish. Flame from the Warm Mattes eyeshadow palette, a rusty red orange with a matte finish. And then Mars from the Grand Pro 2 palette, a warm magenta with a shimmer finish. Now that you guys have all the information and you've seen the swatches, let's go ahead and get into this eye look right here. Zoeva 227, and I'm going to start off with this shade right here. I'm going to go straight into the crease area, and then I'm slowly going to buff it upwards as a transition shade. I want to make sure I'm taking it all the way from the outer to inner corner. And again, just going upward with it. Next, I'm going to go in with this matte orange on the Stilazzi Precise Crease Blender. I'm going to start this on the outer corner first, just laying down the pigment. And then I'm slowly going to work it upward, kind of smoking out this outer corner and bringing it into the crease. I'm going to stick with the same brush, but now I'm going to pick up this shade right here. Again, I am going to start that right on the outer V. And I'm going to kind of tap it over about halfway onto the lid. I'm working it into the crease as well. But I'm not going to bring this one up so high. Esom S33 and the dark matte shade. I am using this just to add depth to the very outer corner. Kind of tapping and small little, like, not really picking up the brush or blending in circles. I'm mainly just kind of wiggling the brush to get the pigment down and blended. I want to stick with a matte shade for the brow arch, so I'm going to take a MAC 242 and the light shade right here. Just going to go right underneath the brow arch first and then blend the excess out. This also helps to kind of clean up the eye area. The edge of this right here. I'm going to go in with this shade next on an Esom W21, and I am just going to pack this starting at the front of the lid, swiping motions as well after I get it down, and then I'm going to tap over the edge over here, blend. It's swipe, tap, and I am using this dry. That's a pretty color. I'm going to go ahead and dust off my bacon and any of the fallout. I don't know if you could see, but I got so much more fallout on this eye than I did on this one. It's very strange. Royal & Lang Nickel Pencil Brush, number 780, and this metallic shade right here. I'm applying this to the lower lash line. I do have this wet. I sprayed it with just a little bit of Fix Plus to make it nice and intense. Same brush, going back in with the dark matte, applying this right on the outer corner in tapping motions, and then swipe. Royal & Lang Nickel BOM 420 and the matte yellow. I'm going to apply this to the very inner corner. I feel like Kelsey has been in my brushes again because I can't find the one I was actually looking for the inner corner. I see you tomorrow, girl. I'm gonna be looking at your house. I'm just kidding. After I get this applied, I'm gonna go add on some liner and lashes. To finish off the look, as usual, I used Boss Liner from Milk on my top inner rim, and then I added on a pair of Kiss Ritzy lashes. Now for my thoughts on this little bad boy. I think from what I used, because this is a first impressions, everything blended out well. The mattes were very pigmented. Even the shimmer shade, I think it went really well on the eye, and I didn't even have to use it wet. The shade I used wet right underneath, again, beautiful. I didn't have a dud with any of the shades that I used today. I think it was all just really beautiful. It blended out well, and I like the look that I got. It's so funny to me that I got fallout more on one side than the other. I don't know if that's like the way I hold my brush or something along those lines, but if you have issues with fallout, just do what I did and use something underneath to catch it, like the powder, or do your face makeup last. I think it's really cool that they curated this palette and just pulled from different palettes as well as adding in new shades. However, if you have all of the other palettes, I wouldn't say that you really need this. And also keep in mind that they have singles now. So if you go on to Muse Beauty Pro, you can get different singles, which is really awesome. So if you feel like you're lacking some shades, it's not going to be the exact same, but you can go pick out some shades to just add to your collection, which I think is really, really nice that they're finally doing that. Also, I didn't mention it before, but all of these pop out. So if you wanted to add this to your collection. I know a lot of people like to have just like one big palette of all their Viseart, so you can take all these out as well as like the Petite Pros and just have them all together. I like to have them separated, so I'm not going to do that, but it is an option. So first impression wise, I like it. I think everything worked really well. I really like this eye look. I'm back into warms a little bit again. I think it's just because it's the summertime and yellow, you know, I just love yellow. But anywho, let me know what you guys think of this look right here. Do you want to see another look with this palette? Also, keep in mind that I will be doing, I'm like looking for the palette. I will be using this one right here. I haven't touched it yet. This is the Rose Edit Palette. I will use this later on this week, so keep an eye out for that if you're looking forward to it. And then I'll be able to tell you which palette I like more. Right now, I have no idea because I've only used the one. But you guys let me know how you feel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.